How would you as a leader build a successful team and implement basic coaching skills? We interviewed different people from 3 very different aspects of leadership in order to compare and contrast different coaching techniques in various situations.
So if you're trying to build a culture of teamwork in a company, there are a number of really important principles. First of all, it's important to select people, ensure they have skills for operating well in a team. Secondly, you have to make sure there's good social norms. So you have to make sure that supervisors and managers and leaders in the organization care about that and are encouraging cooperation. Many times leaders do the opposite. They try to hold people individually accountable and they create a competitive climate. Finally, you have to look at it structurally. You have to say, what incentives do we have? Are there incentives for people to cooperate and produce team results?
I think the most important aspect is vision. If you're just going to come to a meeting and do some sort of a checklist event, that doesn't inspire anybody to come together as a team. But when you have a higher purpose, I think that creates an environment where you can do team building.
Key principles: if you want to have a successful team, you have to get people to buy into the greater good. But if they cannot align their goals for the greater good, that's when generally you're not going to be able to reach your potential. And so it's just taking away this me attitude and bringing in the selflessness and saying, okay, you know what, he's a really good shooter, I'm a really good ball handler. I probably shouldn't be shooting as much as that guy because he makes a higher percentage of his shots than I do.
I trust in a team. People have to have competencies, for example, in bringing up problems with each other. Most people don't. The health of a team is basically a function of how long it takes between people seeing a problem and people speaking up about it, period.
Number one, they have the same purpose, and that purpose is high. It's not something unimportant, it's something very important, and everybody's on the same page to see that it happens.
It's combining all of the different strengths, creating a dynamic between 5 different players on the court at one time, and going out and achieving the greater good between the 5. So
you'll often have managers who feel like that succeeding at their own little piece of the puzzle is more important than the overall enterprise results. And if they create that kind of a mentality in their team, you're going to have a lot of competition as well.
Ignorance, and I say that in a nice way. Sometimes we're learning. Sometimes we don't know how to proceed. And so I think a very important part is knowledge, so that you combine knowledge with vision.
Inexperience. I mean, trying to coach inexperience it can be hard. The inherent natural man has goals to lift himself to the top, right? Everybody wants to get to the top, and so it's, do I need to push other people down to get there?
We learned that there are many difficulties to building a successful team, such as ignorance, selfishness, and inexperience. We also learned that the best way to overcome these is to practice good communication as a team, have a shared vision, quickly address problems, and pull together each individual's strengths to make a well-rounded and effective team.